will be seen in our browser. So browser is what going to render our HTML file and going to show it as an output. Okay. So when I say tag, so it includes less than and greater than symbol. So in between we will give the tag name, right? So in between we are going to give the tag name, and for every tag, okay, we will have a closing tag. So this one we call it as an opening tag. Okay, for every opening tag we will have one closing tag, and some of the tags will not have, and we will have different name for that. So whatever tag name you gave for opening, so you have to give the same name for closing the tag, but prefixed with forward slash. Okay. So in between the two tags only, we are going to give the content. So whatever content you are going to type, we are going to give it in between these tags only. So some of the tags are unclosed tags that we call it as self-closing tag as well. Okay. Generally, this tag we call it as opening tag, and this one we call it as closing tag. Okay. Or sometimes we can call it as pad, unpad also we used to say. Like terms may differ, but the usage is going to be same. Okay. So as I told you, either you can say pad tag or opening tag. So if I am using the term interchangeably, no need to get confused. Very few tags only we are having as unpad or closing tag. They are like we are having image tag. Okay, we'll be learning it later. Just I'm explaining the tag. So we are having an image tag, and then BR means break tag is there, input tag is there, and then horizontal line HR tag. Okay, like unpaired tags or not having a closing tag. Okay. So let's directly get into the topic. And text editor. So what type of text editor? So using, so people who and all told that you are already aware of the HTML part. So what text editor you are using to code HTML or Notepad? Okay, Notepad. So basic Notepad in our Windows itself is enough to write the HTML. Okay. Okay, I think most of you are using different code editors. It's fine. You can use Notepad, Notepad++, Sublime, okay, Visual Studio Code. So most of them were used to prefer a Visual Studio Code because of its lightweight, and it also provides a lot of extension. Okay, so using that extension, you can easily able to do lot of things in a less time. Okay. So here I am also going to use the Visual Studio Code only for writing my code. So if you don't know how to download the Visual Studio Code, to the browser and simply type VS Code. So it will take you to the official page. Okay. Otherwise, wait. Let me just show you how to download it also. Is it for mobile? I prefer you to use it in system, then only it will be easy for you to type and other things. But mobile version is also available, like you can easily do it in the mobile also, but it will not be that much convenient to use it in mobile. That's why I don't prefer using mobile. Okay, I guess my screen is visible to you all. So simply you can type VS Code. So you can find the official website code.visualstudio.com. So if you don't have any editor, you can download this editor and you can start working along with me. Okay, so download for Windows option is available. If you are using Mac or Linux system, you can download that version as well. Okay, so once you have downloaded, here what I have done is I have created one folder as day underscore 01. So you can create any folder in any name. Okay, and I'm going to create my first file, HTML file. So what extension I have to use for creating that file? See, any file, if you are working on whether it's a programming or it is going to be a front end development, every file is normally a text file, but the extension is going to change. So according to the extension, the behavior of the file is also going to change. Okay. So to create a HTML file, what extension we will use? Yes, either we can use .html, or in the older version, we used to have only .htm, right? So I'm creating my new file. So here you can able to see a new file option is there. Just click, just click. And generally what name we will give for this first file which we are creating in the HTML is, we used to give index.html, because if you are having 10 HTML files or 100 HTML files, if you are having also, if you are trying to execute from the browser will first check for this index.html file only. It is like a default file name, the first file which you are going to use. Okay. Just a minute. Let me share my screen once again. Wait. So in this file only we are going to create our HTML and going to execute in our browser. So if you are using the Visual Studio Code, you might have known about the extension. So to make our work easier, you can download an extension called Live Server. Okay. So what it will do is, whenever you are making any change in your file, okay, automatically it will refresh our browser, so you can able to see the output immediately. Otherwise, every time you have to open the browser and you have to refresh the page to see the changes. Okay, fine. There are a lot more extension also available, but right now only this simple extension is more than enough to execute our program. Okay. So first we are going to write the template. So we also call it as boilerplate. So the basic structure, whenever you are creating on HTML file, this basic structure should be there. Or we can also call it as DOM, document object model. Okay. So first line we have to type is exclamatory mark doc type space HTML. So what this first line represent is, it is an HTML5. So when I say HTML5, it is the fifth version which we are currently using. So we are indicating the browser that what version of HTML I'm using it here. So that is what this doc type HTML means. Then we will use the tag. So we already seen, right? We have to use the greater than and less than symbol to create a tag. So we have to type the HTML. So in this HTML, the tags are not case sensitive, which means we can give all the tag names in caps, or we can give it in small, nothing going to happen. But it is recommended, like it is a standard that we should use smaller case, like lower case only we have to use when we are giving the tag names. Okay, so starting tag is there, and then we should have a ending tag. So whatever we are going to give should be between this HTML tag only. So this HTML tag is going to be our root tag. Okay. So inside this root tag, it will be further divided into two parts. So first part we call it as head. Okay. Close the head tag. And then the second portion we call it as the body tag. So whatever output we are going to see in our browser or the web page, so that is going to be given between the body tag only. Okay, and in the head tag, we can able to give the title for our web page and all the links to the external files. It can be a JavaScript file or it can be a CSS file. So those external links, meta tags, so those information, or even we can give some styling tags inside the head. So those will be given in the head tag. Okay, between the head tag. The remaining all the contents which we are going to see as an output in our web browser will be seen in our in between the body tag. Okay. So before me explaining those tags, I just want to know it from you, like what are all the tags you are already familiar about? What are the tags you have already used? Okay, you should know what is tag and what is attribute. Okay, some of you are typing the attribute instead of tag name. Okay, let's start with the heading tag. Otherwise, up to here it is clear, right? So in the head tag, I'm going to give another one tag called title. Okay, so we are just going to give title to our web page. Okay, I'm just giving FED, front end development day one. So this is what going to be our title. Accordingly, the options is going to change. So when I get click right click and give open with the live server, it will automatically try to open the page in my default browser. So default browser may change according to your own system settings. So you can use currently I am using Brave browser. You can use Chrome, Firefox, any browser type. You can able to use it. Okay. So currently my page is empty because I have not given any content. But here you can able to see in the top of my file FED day 01 it is showing. Right, this is going to be my title and the title should be given only in the heading tag. Okay, inside the heading tag only we have to give. So this simply we can call it as a boiler plate. Okay, the basic template. We can easily create these templates by using the shortcut methods. In the Visual Studio Code, we are having an extension called Emmet. Okay, just by you know typing the exclamation mark, automatically you will get some default uh, template. Okay, here you can able to see some meta tag means information about the information, like small information will be given. So this is not necessary. And here in the HTML they gave what language it is using. Language en means English. Okay, in case if you are using multi-language feature in your web page, then you have to mention what language content you have given. Suppose if you are having Hindi means HI, Tamil means TA, like that it will change accordingly. Okay, so again it is not going to create any big difference. So this is the basic template. That is what I created and show it here. Okay, in one page we will have only one template. Okay, not more than that. So I will stick with my default template. Okay, and if you want to format the page means here, if you right click means we are having an option called format document. So simply if you click that format document, automatically your you know tags will get aligned accordingly. Okay. Okay, we were talking about basic tags. Like for comment, okay, what is comment? So we can give some information about the code which we are typing. So later, suppose you have written the code. Later you are reviewing your own code or someone else is viewing your code. So they should able to understand what and why you have written this code for. So to understand that we used to give comments here and there to understand the code even more better. These commands will not get executed or shown in our output page. Okay, this is completely for the developer understanding. Okay, so as I mentioned, first we will start with the heading tags. So what are the heading tags we are having? Provide excuse information but not. Okay, so H1 to H6, correct. So starting from H1, okay, let me just type. Totally, we are having six headings. So six heading means six different size. Styling will be default. HTML styling will be given. So once I have typed, you can able to see the difference. Okay. So in the output, we will see to see both the output and the code. I am just minimizing the screen so you can able to see both the code and the output parallelly. So here you can able to see when I gave H1 tag for my text heading one. So it is bold, okay, and the font size is very high, right? But slowly it started getting reducing. When I go for the H6, so my font size is very less and the boldness of the text is also lesser. Yes, H6 means the least tag and H1 means the higher tag. So if you are creating on web page, the main headings of your page will be given in the H1 part and slowly based on your hierarchy. Okay, if you are giving the title means you will use some heading, subtitles, okay, comments. Likewise, we can give different heading for different content. Okay, please raise your voice. Okay, I'm trying to speak, as loud as possible. Okay, then we are having a P tag. So P tag represent the paragraph tag. Okay, correct. P represent the paragraph tag. And one more thing, if you have noticed, means I'm giving the content in next line with different tags, and in my output also it is showing in the different line. Okay, but I'm going to the paragraph. The content which you are going to give most of the time you will be using this paragraph tag. Okay, even if I give lot of spaces to my content. Okay, I can even give some dummy text as well. Okay, see, even after giving lot of spaces, okay, paragraph tag I gave and I have given 3 enter, but still my content in the right hand side is not taken that much space because in the paragraph more than one space will not be considered. Sir, can you please show that to check to run code? See, suppose if you are not using the Visual Studio Code, go to the location where you have created the file. Okay. For example, in my case, so in my E drive, FAD folder, day one. Okay, inside that I created the index file. Okay, the moment you save the file in .html, automatically you can able to see some browser logo it will be showing. Okay, default browser logo. Otherwise, you can right click on that particular file and we will have an option called open with. In that you can choose your browser, in which browser you want to see the output. We can choose it from here this way. Okay, not using the live server means every time when you make the changes, suppose I am giving Google Chrome. Okay, so every time if I'm making changes in my Visual Studio Code, my HTML code, I have to go to the browser and I have to refresh my page. Only then it will show me the output. So to make you understand, see here I'm having the Chrome, right? I'm making some changes. Suppose I'm creating another one paragraph. So if you check here in my live server in my Brave browser, automatically the paragraph has got updated. But if I go and check my Chrome browser, see it is still not yet updated. So if I refresh my page, then automatically the updates will get updated here. Okay, that is why to save time and unnecessarily, again and again refreshing the page, we are going for the live server concept. Okay. So even if you are giving a single line content or two or three words, next time if you are giving one paragraph, it will come in the next line only. So what these type of tags are called as, or element we can say. In general, we can call it as an element also. Hmm. What type of element it is? How to execute code in VS Code. That's why we cannot directly execute our code in the VS Code. That is why we are installing the extension called Live Server. Okay. Okay, most of you are giving the correct answer. We call these type of tags or element as block level element. So it will take the entire block of my page, web page. See, even if I make it as full screen also, it will take the entire page. Even if I reduce the content, okay, I'm giving only less content. I'm creating another one paragraph means still it will come in the next line only, not in the same line. Okay. How to know whether it's a block level element or inline element? So another type of element we call it as inline element, where the values will come next to each other. Okay, simply right click on our web page. Okay, it can be of any web page. Simply right click and click on the inspect. Okay, so if you go to the inspect page, so here you can able to see all the HTML code which we have typed in our file, index.html file, and here you can able to see the styling part. Okay, here you can able to see in the body, the entire body is considered as a display block, and you can choose which element you want to inspect. See, when I try to inspect the paragraph element, you can able to see that blue line is taking the entire width of my page. Okay, once again I will show you. See, I just kept my cursor over the paragraph tab and you can able to see the blue area which is taking the entire width of my page, and the orange area is nothing but margin. So we will discuss about the margin and padding later session. So right now for your understanding you can able to see it here, like how much space it has taken, what is the color of text, what font it is using, what is the margin it has been given. So those information you can able to see it from here. Okay. Here also you can actually make changes in your page, but whatever changes you are making it here will not get stored in our actual file. This is just for our temporary purpose. Okay. If you are using Notepad, okay, you are talking about normal Notepad, right? or Notepad plus plus. If you are using normal Notepad also, no issue. As I already told, save the file in .html. Okay, and go to the folder where you have stored your file. Then double so automatically it will open in your default browser, or right click and choose which browser you want to see the output open with, and you have to choose your browser. Only thing is, every time you make a change in your notepad, kindly go and refresh your page. Okay. Actually, we are also having one trick. Like we can make our page to auto refresh. Every time we can make our page to auto refresh also. Okay. So for that, what you can do? Suppose whoever is using a notepad, notepad plus plus. So those students, what they can do is, okay, in the head, okay, in the head tag, we are having one metadata. Okay, I will make this full screen. Okay, not for all, like whoever is using the notepad, notepad plus plus, or whoever instead of refreshing the page again and again, we can use that meta tag http eq. Okay, here you have to mention it as refresh. Okay, and then we have to give the content, and here we have to spend mention for every second how much seconds you want to refresh your page. If I'm saying for every 5 seconds I want to refresh my page, means you can give 5, means every 5 seconds your page will get refreshed. So you don't need to refresh the page and check every time. Okay, simply you can make the changes in your HTML index.html file, save the file, and wait for 5 seconds. Automatically your web page will get updated. Okay, this is the simple trick we can use if you want. Okay, I don't need this trick because I'm using the live server. Okay, so we have seen the paragraph tag. Next, so we these are all block level elements. So heading tag, paragraph tags, and all block level element. Then can anyone say example for inline elements? So we are actually having two types. Okay, heading tag, paragraph tag. So these are known as elements. Then another type we call it as inline elements. Button, image, okay, anchor tag. So those and all will come under the span super. Those and all will come in the inline part. Okay, LI will not come under inline, I guess, because if you are giving order list, unorder list, and then you are giving LI, means it will come in next line only, right? It will not come in the same line. Simply to make you understand, inline means all the elements will be placed in the same line. If I say block, means each element will be placed in the next line. So that is the difference. Okay. So BR is not an inline element, Teju. Okay, BR is for breaking the line. Okay, BR also I will explain. It is a self-closing tag, right? Suppose I want to break a single para into multiple para. Okay, then what we can do, instead of creating multiple paragraph tag, I'm planning to use the same paragraph tag I want. Okay, this one single paragraph only I want to use, but I want it in multiple, paras. So in that case, what we can do is simply we can use the BR tag. So this will break the content. Okay, if I go and check my output, see it is coming in the next line. Okay, if I give 2 BR, then I will get 2 enter. Like assume that it is like a enter. Okay, see I'm getting enough space. If I check my inspect, these two paragraph are tagged under a single paragraph tag, p tag only. Yes, session recordings are available, like no need to worry about it. Okay, so paragraph tag is there. Correct. So the inline tag will take as much length of the content. Okay, if the content is too big means obviously it will go to the next line. Okay, side by side. Okay, then let's talk about the attributes also. So what is attribute? So attributes are nothing but the additional information about the element. So each element will have their own attributes. Okay. Mm. Properties, additional property of an element. Okay. For example, if I'm creating an anchor tag, okay, anchor tag is a self-closing tag, right? I'm creating an anchor tag. Here you can able to see href is there. So what is the full form for href? Href is an attribute character. So every attribute will have a name, then equal to, then in the double quotes we have to give the value. Correct. Hyperlink, hyperreference, hyperlink reference, everything is correct on. Okay. So here we will give the link. Okay. Whenever I click the particular text, okay, I'm just giving one content. Okay. Anchor tag. Okay. And I'm seeing my output. So in my output, you can able to see in the bottom anchor tag is given and automatically it is having, different color is there, underline is there. Okay. Right now, if I click means it will not show any output. Okay. Because I have not given any value in this href. Okay, if I want means I can refer another page. Okay, another html page I can refer, or I can able to refer any images is there means I can refer the image, video, audio, any files I can able to refer. Okay, suppose I want to uh, connect youtube. Okay, suppose youtube is there and I want to connect the youtube information. Okay, simply I just have to copy the URL of that particular web page and paste it here. So we have to paste the complete link here. So HTTPS, which means the hypertext transfer protocol with secured, and then www.youtube.com. Any .com we can give, and I'm just taking the anchor tag to YouTube homepage. Okay. So now if I click that particular link, automatically it will open my youtube.com. Okay. In the same page. Okay. It is just getting overridden in my same page itself, right? Suppose in some places you might have seen. Okay. If you click on the link means it will open in a new tab. You can easily open it by right click on that particular link and you can click open link in a new tab. But automatically it has to open in a new tab. Then what attribute we have to use? Correct. We have to use target equal to, in quotes we have to give underscore blank. Okay. So everything we should give it in the anchor tag itself. Okay. That start tag itself. Okay. So target equal to, in double quotes we have to give underscore blank. So if you give this attribute and you go to the YouTube homepage, if you click on that means automatically it will open the page in the new tab. Okay, right, most of you are answering, so it is making my work very easy. Okay, similarly if you want to create an image tag, okay, so for image we use img. So what are all the attributes in the link to that particular file? Okay, if you are already having the file downloaded in your location, then we can link to that particular file, or you can link a online file as well. So to save the time, I'm just going for the online file. Okay. Mm, okay, there is a website called unsplash.com where you can download, free, not copyrighted, images to your page. Okay, either you can download or copy the link. Here we are having a free download option is there. Okay, in which size you want, you can choose the size as well, small, medium, large, or original size. Okay, I'm just downloading it in original size. You want to use it directly means, so the location where my file is there, I'm just going to place it there, day one, and I'm changing the file name to mm, image. Okay, and we should know what file format it is. So it is JPEG file format, because whenever you are giving the file name, the extension of the file is also important. Okay, so source, you can check in my editor whether the file has been added or not. So here it has been added, image.jpg. So that is what I'm going to give it here.